Looking for a married woman, cheated on, angry, and scorned, who is willing to sell her husband's car for cheap. This person made this tweet on the 4th of February 2024. And today, 11th of October, it comes to quote it to say, delay is not denial. And I'm like, what are we supposed to say? Do we say congratulations or what? This is how I'm welcoming you to another round of Twitter Roundup, something I started, I think, last year or 2 years ago, where I just pull out funny tweets and things that people are discussing on Twitter, and we just have a conversation around it. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and this is All Shades of Faith, a place where I express myself and show my different many sides as a multi-potentialite living in Nigeria. Let's get into this video. First of all, something, I don't know why things that are tragic are happening to me, but I have recorded this video as I'm sitting down here. I have spoken for 20 something minutes, and I went to check and saw that I don't know, it was recording. I was sure. I don't know how it stopped recording. So now every single thing I have done for 20 something minutes, reactions, laughing, gone. And I have to start again because I am determined. You guys pray for me. I'm exhausted from all these black balls. I am truly, please. You guys pray for me. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be standing up to check my phone all the time because I'm using the back camera and there's no mirror in front of me to see exactly what I'm doing. So this is the first check. Okay, so we are back, and what I've had to do is actually use my second artificial source of light. It's darker now. And I'm about to get my little girl to help me because I don't think I can go through the aspect. Like, do you understand what it means to have done all your reactions, laughed, talked, 20 something minutes, and it did not record? So I'm going to try to build the excitement up again and redo this video again. If you watched my last video, you will know that I'm trying to be as unfiltered on this channel. So anything that happens, I'm going to let you guys know. So all those things I have said, normally I wouldn't talk about it. I will just, but I need you to know the struggles that come with videos like this. I'm just being real. Anyway, so let's get into today's video. Excitement build up. Yay! This is a very good spot for you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. It's going to encourage me a lot. I'm not even going to lie. Please, guys, get me to 100 subscribers or more. That's if I've not crossed 100 subscribers by the time this video is out. I was talking about Twitter Roundup and what is the vision behind it. And basically, it's because I'm usually always on Twitter, you know, just having my fun. I love Twitter because it's mostly text. So I love writing. I love reading what people have written because it gives me a glimpse into their thought process. And as long as you are not tweeting rubbish, you are not rash, you are not rude, you know, some people just talk anyhow, I am going to engage with you on Twitter as long as we are being respectful about it. And I found that being on Twitter has helped me to be aware of things happening around me in Nigeria, internationally, you know, just having certain information I wouldn't have known if I was elsewhere. I'm not a fan of Instagram. I love TikTok because I'm able to relieve stress there. I'm able to be aware of things happening. Like if I'm trying to log into my bank app and it's not going through, the first place I go to is Twitter. I will just put the bank name and search, and whatever the tweets are, the recent tweets, I'll be able to know that, okay, it's a general problem. It's not just my area. It's not just my network. It's not just my phone. Do you get? So Twitter is such a good, I love being on Twitter. Anyway, because I spend so much time on Twitter, I have found tweets that I want people to engage with outside of Twitter. So sometimes I take it to my friendship groups and we talk about it. For instance, the time I'm shooting this video, in this past week, there have been conversations around the consideration of men during pregnancy as well, and not just the mother. And when the woman is giving birth, they should not only focus on the man and the woman and the baby, they should focus on the man. And it's because of a viral tweet where the debate is very long and people are just like, what is it? Why do men compete with women for everything? And there's just a lot of banter that, okay, yes, we should not neglect the man, but why is it that it's on the day the woman is giving birth, sacrificing her entire life, you are concerned that nobody's asking you, how are you? Do you understand? I'm not going to be talking about that because I don't have energy for that debate, but things like that are things that I feel like, yeah, we really need to talk about, you know, and some other conversations as well. Before, I noticed that the episodes were usually very long, because I was just putting too many tweets and stuff that were not probably related. I just wanted to have fun. I was just so zealous about the whole thing. But I have re-strategized that what I want to do now is I bring up one fun tweet and then I bring up one topic up for discussion so that the video is not too long and we're able to focus. Okay, our attention is not too divided. Do you get? And I will be putting the links to the tweets in the comment section so that you can go through the tweets yourself. You can see more reactions, you can laugh, you can engage, you can see people's thought process, you can give your opinions if you like. If not, you can just read and go away. Again, Twitter Roundup is not only about the serious conversations, it's a lot of fun. Yes, a lot of fun, a lot of funny tweets. There are fun takes, fun gist, fun reactions that sometimes I just want to bring here and have my people, let's laugh together about it. And that's why I started this episode with that particular tweet where this person had put out last year saying he wanted someone whose husband has just cheated on her and is so vexed. She wants to sell her husband's car like a distress sale. And 1 year and some months later, said delay is not denial. So let's quickly go through some reactions in the tweet. So this person is like, please, if you find any more deals, refer them to me. So it's like, winner. This one is like, what are we supposed to say? Like, there should be another response to this, not congratulations. Someone said, I am never deleting this app. And it's because of tweets like this that me too, I'm never deleting this app, because if you just be having a very rough day, then you enter Twitter and you see something like this and you're like, wow, if this really happened, wow. Okay, so let's go into the serious tweet of the day, and I'm just going to start with this tweet that I saw. I think I saw it on the 29th of September, and somebody just put this or that, 9 to 5, or put a picture of a dress on a mannequin just to signify a business, and at Olori of Oloris quoted it to say, maybe I'm weird, but I love the stability of a 9 to 5. And I responded to say, no, you are not. From a full-time entrepreneur of several years and counting, I don't find 9 to 5 joy in a side hustle, meaning I found a 9 to 5. I found a 9 to 5 as my own side hustle. That salary stability really goes a long way to cushion all the gbas-gbos. Gbas-gbos is like stress, uncertainty, you get, that comes with running a business full time. I won't even lie. And everybody was like, oh yes, you are so right. Like that tweet, people really liked my tweet. And there was this one person that decided to now banter with me on my tweet. But before I go into the banter, I just want to talk about this. 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. The stability that I was talking about as someone that has a business and runs several other businesses for other people and has been doing this for many years, let me tell you something. The way the economy is set up right now, that 9 to 5, the stability of the salary that comes from the 9 to 5 has been such a blessing, and I will never underrate it. I feel like we have gotten to this point where we underrate corporate job and amplify or exaggerate the eyes of businesses. I don't believe that people that work 9 to 5 are suffering and they need multiple streams of income. And I also don't believe that if you are doing a business, you can't have stability, okay? You can have stability. You can set up structures that work to ensure that there's a bit of stability. Again, the key word is the stability that comes with 9 to 5 salary, right? That's what we are talking about, okay? Because I think the person that was bantering with me did not get my point. I was like, see, the salary stability, which I think is what this person was really focusing on, that see, I can't do business. There is too much uncertainty in business. One day you could be rolling in millions. The next day, in fact, sometimes on the same day, you really don't know. You can't say. But that salary stability that comes despite the economic factors, because there's this global, I don't know what's going on. Globally, there's a global economic meltdown, inflation. There was this time all of us were complaining about prices of eggs in Nigeria. And we enter TikTok and see that people in America have also complaining about eggs. People in Asian countries are complaining about price of eggs. So it seems we can all relate to the fact that things are not what they used to be in the time of our parents, where many of them were just doing one job. Many of them were teachers, bankers, insurance, whatever, were working in government establishments, and that was all they were doing. And those that were doing businesses, they were just doing business. Do you understand? Now, it's so difficult to say you are living on one stream of income. So I get that argument of, oh, you need to have something else doing. But the truth is, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can multitask. Not everybody can manage businesses, even if they were not multitasking, like it's the only business they are doing. It's not everybody that can do that. Not everybody is wired that way. All right. And so I think we need to start respecting people's choices for whatever it is that they have decided to do, instead of us to start making it look like, oh, because you are doing 9 to 5, me that I'm doing business, I'm superior to you. Because even the way this Olori of Oloris worded her tweet, you will see that she had to walk on eggshells, because everyone thinks if you are doing business and you are in corporate, you have no right to talk to them, because what has your eyes seen? We in business, we are rolling in money, we are this. And so she had to preface her tweet with, maybe I'm weird. You can't just come on Twitter and say something like 95 is better than business. They will come for you. Do you understand? And that's the problem that I have. And so I had to respond that no, you are not weird. You are not weird for wanting the stability that comes with 9 to 5. Okay, you will see my further responses and stance on this topic through the banter that somebody was bantering me on my own tweet. But before then, let's go to Twitter and see the reaction to that particular post. Okay, so let's go. I bookmarked it so that I'll be able to make reference to it. Again, I'm going to be putting the links to this tweet in the description box so that you can go and check it out yourself and see what people are saying. So the first reaction, someone says stability is equal to mental instability, meaning that when you are working a 9 to 5, it may be stable in terms of the structure, the salary and everything, but your mental health will pay for it. And she now replies that there is more mental instability in entrepreneurship. And I agree. See, let me tell you something. I have run multiple businesses. I am running multiple businesses as I'm sitting down here. The mental instability is not child's play. It is not what? It's not child's play. Let me tell you. There could be office politics. There could be something. Maybe somebody is the weapon fashioned against you at work. There is something. There's someone that is trying to sabotage you at work. There's somebody that is always downplaying your efforts. There's all of that. There is nowhere there is none of those things. Whether you are doing business or you are doing 9 to 5. That's the truth. But the level of mental instability that is in business, you could be doing all these things in your workplace and you really don't care how the establishment pays your salary. You don't even know whether they are bankrupt there, or maybe they've entered one basic. That's death. But your salary is sure. That is stability. You that you are doing business, or you are the owner of the corporation where people work. Because remember, every corporation that someone works is business for another person, for the business owner, right? Whether it's a bank, whether it's whatever, people that are working with Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg is the business owner. People are working under him, right? So their salary comes. It does not matter whether the stocks of Facebook has dropped, whether the Kinikon, whatever. And when the business is unable to cope again, that's when you hear of mass layover. They just lay people. Please be going. But the mental instability in business, is it your main? Can never. It can never. Another person says, me too. I don't know how to market business, please. And that's okay. Not everybody is wired to do business. Not everybody is wired to be doing come and buy, stand on TikTok and be dancing and be posting every single hour and be saying come and buy. Not everybody is wired like that. Can we let people be? Can we respect their choices? Another one said, you would love the money of entrepreneur more. You just feel wrong, Chris, small, sha. Meaning, same thing. Mental instability, that you will love money of business. You know, that's the picture people paint, that see there's money in business, so there's money in business. But this person was honest that you feel wrong craze, meaning your brain can suffocate a little bit. You could be hallucinating sometimes during the day. You can just be seeing numbers or seeing stars, it depends. And she said, that's you thinking there's no good money in 9 to 5. And that's exactly my problem with everybody. When I begin to talk about my banter, the reaction, you will see I started my response to the person saying a myopic view. I feel like many people that have not worked 9 to 5 jobs, their dream 9 to 5 jobs, they project that, oh, you can't make good money from corporate jobs. It is a lie. It is what? A lie. Because you have not made that kind of money as a 9 to 5 person, you've not been able to get into certain opportunities, certain spaces, doesn't mean that there are people that are not there and they are not doing anything illegitimate. They are doing their jobs, they are getting promoted, they are being flown out of the country every other month, sometimes multiple times in a month. All expense paid. they are living the life on a 9 to 5, I must add. Somebody said when there's job security, yeah, that is when there's job security in the 9 to 5, yes, there's stability there. Do you get? Another person said, nothing sweet past short salary every 30 days. Oh, in business, you can go months and 1 naira no go dey your hand. I replied, see, I can relate. My people, we will just be smiling and glowing and smiling and giving God praise. Next thing, we are putting motivational quotes. We are posting every day. We are telling you deliveries out today. It do not deliver anything. We are just speaking the things that be not as though they were. That's what we are doing, my people. So yes, you can go months without anything coming in. You can go months without anybody booking your service. That's the truth. But your salary, whatever is happening, whether like the companies that I manage, whatever happens, they don't know the things that are happening behind the scene. How sometimes the clients themselves have not paid, but we as an organization, because we provide services to certain other organizations, we don't used to wait for them. We will ensure that we squeeze the money out to pay the staff salary. They don't know that one. Their own is to collect their monthly salary. So that sure salary is one of the things I was alluding to as stability. That no matter what, you can budget, you can plan your life. And then you know that, if I put in the hours, if I put in this, if I do this, if I do that, I could be considered for a promotion. And what does that mean? That means your salary will what? It will increase. Do you understand it now? Yeah. Let's look at one more. Somebody said, honestly, I'm at this point. Most businesses in Nigeria are headed for the drain. And honestly, somebody else, I think, quoted this tweet. I found this. Let me take a screenshot and I'll put it on the screen. Someone said, my perhaps unpopular opinion is that the reason why we have so many small businesses, so many SMEs in Nigeria is because of unemployment. That's why many of them are unstructured, unscalable, and with wonky customer experiences. The owners are not necessarily passionate about business. They probably studied microbiology and couldn't get a job after 2 years of graduation, so they went into business. Nothing is wrong with it, but most of them are created out of survival, and you can tell when you interact with their touch points. Apps. Do you see why I like Twitter now? These are the kind of conversations I love to have. Like, let's talk about it. Are you really doing business because you love to sell clothes? Are you that passionate about seeing people wear nice clothes? Or it's because you couldn't get a job, all right? Are you really doing that? Like, there are certain things that you love to do, you get, and you could do it even for free. But sometimes, because of the way this economy is set up, the government, everything, you need to survive. And so you turn that thing that would normally just be a hobby, you're just enjoying yourself. It could even just be your own community service thing, projects on the side, and you wouldn't charge a dime for it. You've now turned it to business because you're now frustrated. Now the hobby has turned to something that you have targets for. There are deliverables. And so you're frustrated, and there's just been lots and lots of tweets and screenshots of wonky customer care that people have received from vendors online. I'm not going to talk about that today, but really, this is not an unpopular opinion at all. This is very popular. Many people are in businesses not because they have passion for that business, but because there is no other way. So let's consider that as well. Would you now, because you are doing business, you have a weak business, air business, you are making some millions, now say, oh, a 9 to 5 person cannot stand beside you. Let me not talk. Let's go to the person that started bantering with me. So this person comes and says, you all are talking about running an unsuccessful business from what I've gathered. Again, I'm putting my tweet so that let's focus on this response versus what the person is responding to. And so I replied, quite a myopic way to view this discussion. Every business has its downtime, no matter how successful. During those downtimes, the burden is usually solely borne by the business owners. Employees still have to be paid regardless. Recurring operational costs have to be settled. I've already talked about employees being paid. Recurring operational costs like data. Are you not going to buy data to send message on WhatsApp? Or maybe you have a Telegram group for wholesale people. Come and buy bag, come and buy this, come and buy that. Even if you're not doing this type of business, let's say you are running a more tech business, events business, real estate business, as long as you are not fully offline, you need data. You need airtime, you need fuel for your gen, or you need to buy inverter, right? You need to buy lights regardless, like actual maybe PHCN, Do you get? There are certain things that you need to replace that are recurring expenses, toiletries, things like that, stationery, packaging, blah blah blah. Are you seeing? Are those things going to wait until you make money? Whether you make it profit or not is not their business. Sometimes you are pouring the same money you are making back into those things. You don't even have profit yet. Do you understand? And if you have staff, you are going to pay them whether or not you you've made money that month. So I said the salary stability. Again, remember my first tweet, we are talking about salary stability here. The salary stability is simply to cushion the said business downtimes. No matter the consistent profit or success a business is making, you as the employer or owner of business cannot predict the flow of income, considering so many economic and other factors. I run several businesses, personal, family, I run them. And we cannot predict. We can't. Okay? Getting a stable salary or income, regardless of the unstable economy and all other factors, being able to sometimes predict your career growth, having deposited time and effort into growing said career, and sometimes just knowing that you have resumption and closing time is sufficient stability to choose a 9-to-5 over a business. These were my points to convince this person. So I say, I hope my initial tweet is clearer now, because trust me, as a business owner, you don't have closing time, you don't have resumption time. Even if you put structure, I try to put structure. I'm not going to say calls after this time. I'm not going to say this. There was one job that we did recently. The request for that job was finalized in the night. I should now say, oh, I'm not taking calls after this time. And we did the job the next day. I will take calls, so my people, I'm going to take calls. Do you understand what I mean? But 9-to-5, you know, you get to work at 8 or 9 and you close by 5 or 6. And I know that there's going to be it's not all the time that those boundaries are respected. Like, you still get emails, you still get some job to do. They're still calling you after work hours. But do you know what you guys have that we don't have? There's something called overtime. Yeah, you get paid overtime. And you could literally stick to your policy. There's this person, Veronica, on TikTok, that's always giving people like the responses you should be giving to people at work when they demand more than your work hours, more than what you've been employed for, and stuff like that. She's always doing all these like corporate job responses type of thing. You probably know her. Do you understand? And she has addressed things like that when they are calling you when outside of work hours, or wanting you to come to work on a weekend and stuff like that. But a business owner, you guys, you get my point, right? So being able to have a closing and resumption time set is already stability. Being able to predict your career growth in a non-toxic place, I must add, but you know, there are places where they're trying to sabotage you and you're doing everything, and we have to literally go on mountain to pray that they release you and promote you. But all things being equal, you can predict your career growth. You can't predict your business growth. You can be doing that business for 10 years and nobody sees you until one day. And that's why we don't give up in business. Look at all that year, the tenacity, the degree of tenacity we are having to apply. And sometimes you could just do that thing for 2 months and then boom, people know you. So it is not predictable. Do you understand what I mean? Anyway, after saying all these things, look at how I worded the response intellectually, broke it down, just so that not only the person that is bantering me can read, other people can get the points, because there is this culture of people talking down on 9-to-5 and thinking that having a business is superior. It is not. Anyway, this person comes back and says, like I said earlier, you centered your entire take around the idea of an unsuccessful business. Again, I'm putting my tweet so people can help me to see. Hey, people should help me. Take your time and go through the comments. You would gather that most of the negative comments towards having a business are mostly from women. So this person was saying one thing and then they moved straight to the next thing. No correlation. But because the person wasn't rude, the person was just typing ignorantly, I decided to respond again. That's what I do on Twitter, doing the good that people need for the community, right? So I responded and said, I did not center my entire take around the idea of an unsuccessful business. You are the one who read the unsuccessful business into my initial response, because there's nowhere in my tweet where it's painting the picture of an unsuccessful business, okay? I said, read my initial response again. Because I perceived you didn't understand what I meant by gbasgbos, when I said business gbasgbos, is why I broke down everything I said in this 4-thread tweet. I said, it's why I broke down the response further. Now that you brought a weird conclusion of negative comments from women into it, I really can't help you again, because I'm putting the link to that tweet in the description box. There is nowhere where women were like, oh, business is bad. People were just literally saying, me, I can't do business, so me, I'm tired though. It's true. Stability from 9 to 5 is better than business. Everybody, not just women. So I don't know what that person was saying. In our response and says, LOL, a business will always be far better than a salary. Just make sure you are doing what actually works for you. Being in the wrong business will drive you crazy and have you thinking a salary job is way better. And yes, business does have its ups and downs, but it's still way better than a salary job. And me, I disagree that a business is way better than salary because of all the things I've said previously. Anyway, I responded and said, I hear you and respect your point of view, but don't forget that every business is a salary job for someone else. So when that business is not doing well, that means it's going to affect the salary of that person. Do you get what I mean? That's so the unpredictability in businesses has a spiral effect. It's not just you. Do you get what I mean? And so that's why there are corporations, people take loans, all these multinationals, multi-million businesses, they take loans to keep their businesses in place. But the staff don't know that. They still get their salary, even if they know, self. Next thing, they are plotting out to leave before they are sacked. Do you get what I mean? And I said, don't forget that every business is a salary job for someone else, including the business owner, when the business scales enough and the owner is able to pay him or herself. So when your business scales enough to pay you a salary, a stable income, it also becomes something that you need to ensure stays afloat. Do you get? That business cannot fail, because that means your salary too will not come. So to the staff employed in any business, it is a salary job for them. My staff, it's a salary for them. They're not looking at it as business. And so that's why you can't downplay a 9 to 5 and say, oh, 9 to 5 is no. People that are doing 9 to 5, they're keeping your company running. What do you say to that? As since you are the business warrior. So in our replies and says, business is not salary. In salary, your income is fixed. In business, it's not. See, at that point, I just gave up, because is that not what we are saying? That is business. Income is not fixed. Income is not certain. In salary, it is fixed. No matter what is going on, whether inflation, something, whether Nigeria is owing World Bank, you will still get your salary. Is that not? Anyway, so that was how the banter went, but I really loved the way I engaged, because more people were like, oh yeah, you are right. People were liking the tweet, meaning that, oh, I'm making sense. And there was no form of maybe you are insulting me, which is why I engage conversations like this. Once you start insulting me to prove your point, I will just leave you alone to be foolish. Do you get? But I want to hear your thoughts. What is your view on this 9 to 5 versus business? I've already stated all my arguments for and against. And the truth is, to wrap up, the truth is there is no one is better than the other. Like someone said in that tweet, someone said, I cannot do business. I don't know how to do business. And I'm all for respecting people's choices, people's opinions. Someone has decided, I don't want to do business. Why are you forcing your business? Because that's what a lot of people, business owners do. Like they make it feel like if you're doing a 9 to 5, you're inferior to them. And most times I shake my head, because most times you don't know how much people in businesses, in 9 to 5 jobs earn. If you could get a glimpse of what some of them earn, you would be respecting them. You would be worshiping the floor they are working on. Also, minus what anybody earns, whether you are a business owner, whether you are, let's just understand that not everybody is wired to do business. And even in business, not everybody is wired to do certain businesses. So it's okay. It's not all of us that will do food business. Me, I run a farm. And in agricultural business, there are certain things I can never do, no matter the amount of money you give me. One of them is poultry. We have a fish farm. And when I compare fish farming and rearing chickens, eggs and stuff, because we've done that before when we were way younger, my mom had some chickens. The stress is incomparable. It is fish. I would do fish every day over poultry. So Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That one is not better than the other. The earlier we began to respect people's choices and just accord the honor, the respect, the disposition that comes with their choices to them, the better for all of us. There is a stability that comes in 9 to 5. There is a flexibility, because that was another thing somebody said in the tweet, that the fact that they can wake up anytime is something that they would choose business over, that they love entrepreneurship for that. And I can't even lie. I can relate. Do you get? So there are advantages and disadvantages for both. Office politics is not for the faint-hearted, but I just want us to get to a point where we stop looking at people's sources of income, decisions regarding their sources of income, as long as it's legitimate. Let's stop downplaying it and be like, if you don't have this multiple streams of, it's not about that we have multiple streams of income. If you don't have this, if you don't have that, if you have a business, you have to do this, start now. If you relax, it's okay. So this is where I'm going to be drawing the curtains. Again, the links to the tweets are in the description box. Let me know what you think. I would really love to read from you. Let's talk about it in the comment section. 9 to 5 over a business, the stability versus instability. Let's discuss in the comment section. I hope you loved today's episode of Twitter Roundup. I'm going to see you in the next one. Before I go, if you're new here, you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up and share with someone that would love to engage in conversations like this one. Till the next episode or till my next video, it's bye for now. Bye. Mwah.